faces only.
With my speech, I'd like to inform people about everything that that children go through when they're facing cancer. One of the main things that happens is you're diagnosed with cancer, and it not only affects you, but it affects your entire family, all your relatives, all your friends, just everybody around you, and it's a major thing in somebody's life. Going through cancer as a child was something that is traumatic for the patient and for doctor, just everybody involved. It's a major thing going on in your life. Between being in and out of the hospital, going through all the treatments, hearing all the scary words that go on with being in a hospital and having cancer and all that, there's a lot of different scary things that happen. And as a child, that's just intensified because you've never heard of any of that. You don't know what chemotherapy is. You don't know what that stuff is. So it's just a very scary and very serious situation. According to kidsbeatcancer.org, there's around 13,500 kids diagnosed with cancer yearly in the United States. And, that might not seem like a lot, but if you think about it, that could be, it could be your kid, it could be my kid. And like I said, it doesn't only affect that one kid, it affects both his parents, his grandparents, his siblings, his friends, people at church, people at school. There's a number of people that will affect, and it's very sad, and it's very scary for everyone involved. When I was diagnosed, I was 7 years old, and I had 2 younger siblings, and 2 parents, of course. I was diagnosed, and and I was 7, so I wasn't necessarily too, I was, I had cancer, I know that's bad, but I don't know what that necessarily meant. Both of my parents and my grandparents and everybody in my family who was old enough to understand were all traumatized because, you look at the numbers, you look at everything that you hear on TV and that you see on TV, and that basically being diagnosed with cancer is like a life sentence. Well, this isn't always true because, for one, I'm here giving this speech, and that there's a number of people that make it past this disease and survive to go on and tell the story. In fact, since I was younger, statistics show that I was better suited to face cancer because a lot of the treatments are very detrimental to your body. They're very detrimental to mentally as well as physically. And since my body was younger, I was better able to withstand the treatments, to withstand the heart not sleeping a lot, not eating a lot. I was much better suited to handle that than somebody who was older and more fragile. Being younger, my body was newer, so I was, it was just, statistics show that it's better, and it's not good no matter how old you are, but it was better. One thing that I know many people face, because I faced it, and I know people that did as well, that facing cancer and all the things that go with it, and seeing how upset you are and your family is and the doctors are, everyone is, you kind of feel like you're on an island. You feel alone. But it's important to know that there is people there for you all the time, whether they are your friends and family, or they're your doctors, or your people from church or school, whoever it is. There's people there who can talk to you and just make you smile and give you a little chuckle. Actually, according to PBS.org, there's a study that shows laughing and conversing with other people to make you happy and make you smile releases endorphins in your brain, which make you feel happier and make you just feel a sense of comfort with everything that's going on in your life. And believe me, this is it's really great just to feel comfort when you're going through something like that. There are many different treatments. One of them, and the most common, is chemotherapy. A lot of people know what this is. I'm not going to get too in-depth for it, but technically chemotherapy is just a medication that you enter into your body, and it's a liquid, so you enter it through an IV, and it not only attacks the cancer cells, but it attacks every single cell in your body. That's why you see somebody going through chemotherapy, they don't have hair on their head, they don't have eyebrows or eyelashes or anything. Chemotherapy kills all those cells. It makes your nails not grow, and it makes it very difficult to grow, basically, because it makes you very nauseous. You can't hold down your food, you don't feel like being active, it's hard to sleep. It's just a very, it's great, it helps, kill cancer, but it's also very detrimental to your body. Another common treatment would be radiation therapy, which is where they just, you lay under the radiation machine and they beam down the radiation onto the affected part of the body. And this happens when the cancer is caught early, or when it's small enough that it can be contained and killed. That's all up to the doctor's discretion, though, whichever would be deemed appropriate. In the future, there's going to be different types of treatments. One of them that we're testing out now is called immunotherapy. This is basically where they just send in a mass amount of white blood cells to attack the cancer cells directly, and it's supposed to be a great treatment. Unfortunately, according to mskcc.org, the downside to this is it only is effective in 20% of people. So that's a low percentage, but it's always an option. So in conclusion, I just want people to know that no matter how old or young you are, if you're diagnosed with cancer, there's always a chance for beating it. It's not necessarily a death sentence. There's always going to be people there for you, and that you just being positive and you can't ever give up is the best medicine that you can have. Share a smile a day, and that's the best thing that you can do. Thank you.